Woo, everybody. It is ASA time.
Sweet.
Wow, here we are, guys. Man, are you guys pumped up or what?
Let's
we are here to
go.
celebrate.
Let's go.
So excited. What an introduction.
Yes, what an intro there. These are the one and only, the MVCs of 2025. What's up, guys?
What's up, Shark?
Hello, everybody. What's up, Shark?
Hey, not much, man. So I tell you what, so this award, first off, before we jump into it, do you guys know I dressed up for this, man? I got to tell you.
Looking good.
There is sleeves on me today. Look out.
Wearing a collared shirt. I love it.
All right, guys. So we're just going to jump into it here. I mean, ASA Central, it's like the heartbeat of, even ASA. It's like, I call it like the LinkedIn of our organization here. But let's just deep dive in with Mandy. Start off with Mandy and tell us a little bit of insights. Why do you post on there and some of the stories?
Thanks for having all of us. And look at this prestigious group of staffing industry leaders. This is wonderful. Thanks, Shark. Man, this is great. I have to say, for me, it's just a form of taking what we do on our volunteering efforts. A lot of us are on different section councils. It's just taking the dialogue we're having to another level and putting it out there for all the other members of ASA to have access to. And, we are here to, I'll steal from my good friend Jay, we are here to be curious, to learn from each other, to grow, and to see how we can reshape what we're doing. We're in an evolving industry with challenges and opportunities every day. So the more we share from what we're all seeing individually out there, the better we become for our own organizations and as an industry as a whole. So it's just an excellent forum for discussion and sharing.
It is, Mandy. And I got to tell you straight up, Aaron, there's such good content on there. But you know what's nice about it? We can go back and forth on stuff. ATS is one of my things, a big topic this year. It's like, which ATS do you like? And then we give our opinions. But at the end of the day, it's your decision at the end. Right.
But it's a great place to, I need this type of back office software. Who's out there using? What are you using? Is it working? Is it not working? I mean, all of these topics are questions we all have on our minds for leading the businesses that we lead here. And it's great. We're talking with people across the country on ASA Central. We got representation right here from different states. So, what's working for you may work for me. What's not working may work for me, but it's a place to just find out more. And it's a really wonderful platform. So I'm so glad I was tasked with leading our direct hire section council's working group for ASA Central. We knocked it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
All of my team is all here. Lori, Denise, Stephanie, Jason was our chair this year. He was on an events committee, but you gave me the task and I took it and drove it home. So it was a pleasure to
crushed it.
Thanks. It was just a pleasure to be out there sharing what works for me. And one of our focus was also on wellness and well-being. I mean, there's a lot of defeat in this business, especially in a tough year. The past 2 years have been tough, 2024 and 2025. So a lot of our content was just trying to help drive resilience, trying to help drive keeping the engagement high with our teams and keeping our teams really ready to learn and develop their skills during a time when the market was a little softer. So all of these ideas were helpful for us to come up with, to share out there with the community, but also to implement right here in our own office.
I love that, Mandy. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to put you on the spot here. So you've been on this award over and over again. What makes you come back to this ASA Central?
All right. Well, it's really simple, Richard. Okay. Someone once told me that winners collaborate, losers compete.
Ooh.
And this industry is so small, even though it's billions and billions of dollars and it's an international industry. But if you don't take advantage of your ASA membership and participate, you lose a ton of value for your organization. And, I think it's just one of the ways that you can get information, that you can collaborate with people in the industry, that you can learn from others. So it's a very simple way to stay connected and to also stay current and relevant on what's happening in the industry. There's so much information there. I feel it's really valuable.
You're 100% right. And you know what? Everybody watches ASA Central. Trust me. You go to Staffing World, they're like, I see you on ASA Central in March of 2023. So just think, there's all eyes on us for that stuff. We just want to encourage more people to start posting and engaging. Kim, my sidekick here, Kim, I know you're posting at what, 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 at night. What's going on with that?
I think, so first, when it came to joining ASA, I kind of want to point something out. I got in the staffing industry in 1993, and I learned that throughout the decades, the only people I knew in staffing were the people that I worked with, right? And there's sometimes as you go through your career that you need to bounce things off people. You need a different perspective. You need somebody that's outside your organization that can look at a problem you're having maybe with fresh eyes. And I feel like I never got that, right? Just being with the same company and the same group of people, you get that group thing. So I joined ASA probably fast forward, I think it was either 2020 or 2021, and started getting involved in the different committees and things like that. And in all honesty, started reading a lot on ASA Central, but never actually posted. I was reading, I thought, wow, I'm actually learning a lot out here. There's a lot of really good content, really good information. So what I thought is, what I do today with training, it's, my goal really is, educate and inform and try to give somebody a tool or something useful that they can apply that might make their life easier, that they can put up their, use at the desk level. So I look at LinkedIn's just one forum. This is really, it's a community. It's more, we lean on each other, we support each other, we educate, we inform, and we help each other, I think, through ASA Central to eliminate obstacles, right? Because if you read out there, a lot of people are having, what do I do about this? Or who do you recommend for that? Or I'm stuck on this. So we really help each other navigate the obstacles and navigate, an evolving industry that's not always easy. And I think it was Mandy that said that a few minutes ago. There can be really tough times and tough days where we just don't necessarily know what next step to take. And what I found is ASA Central really kind of helps with that. People can kind of share what's going on in their world and problems that they're having, and lean on others for ideas, because no one person in staffing has all the answers. It's an absolute impossibility, no matter how many years you've done it.
Yes.
Much better as a group of people with a collective set of brains versus just one person being out there alone trying to figure it all out. It's impossible. So that's what I'd say. I've learned a lot personally being out there and posting. And my goal is just to, if I can help somebody over a rough spot or think about something a different way or give a tool or idea that they can implement or a technique they can implement that helps, that's what it's all about. So it's been
You
great.
summed it up, Kim. And you know what? There's no secrets in staffing. We share everything. Everybody on this call here is caring and sharing. If anybody reaches out to us, we're going to respond to them and try to give them the best answer and try to help them grow. That's what it's all about. And I think that's what ASA Central is totally about, building a foundation for the future. Brian, come on, Mr. Beerman, Brian Basco in the house. So what makes you jump on this platform all the time, brother?
Yeah. So one Shark, I want to I think this is so cool that you're doing this and, featuring all of us. I mean, what a cool thing that you're doing and everything that you do in the industry. So thank you for everything that you do for all of us. I think you're great.
Anytime, brother.
So it's interesting. I've been in the industry since 2000. So that's right during the pandemic, right? If you think about it. And I think, one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, I think the first time Staffing World was all virtual. Remember, we had to make our little avatars and walk around, and it was kind of weird, right? I was like, all right. And I was new to the industry. Well, fast forward, to 2026 now. And, so I spend virtually all my time in the staffing industry space. I'm talking to owners every single day, CFOs as a director of business development. And I have to give a little shout out to Jerry Grady, who's our national staffing practice leader, because he was posting before and stuff. And he said, hey, you need to get on here. And so I didn't know anything about ASA Central. And so, I made a point to go ahead and start posting. I put on my calendar every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? ASA Central post. It's on my Outlook calendar every single morning. Those 3 days is to make sure that I'm doing it. And the reason why is because when I'm talking to staffing companies, the number one thing that I hear is that a lot of times they're not working with the right advisors that really understand the staffing industry space. So we don't do it to try to sell anything. We do it for a knowledge sharing. I really think this industry is like a family of staffing companies, and it's such a close-knit group. So listen, I post because we love to give knowledge sharing information to staffing companies out there, because we want to help and provide some value to those that are in this space. So that's why I do it, and it's been great. And obviously with this great group that's here today, we're doing all great things, and it's great to be part of this wonderful community. So thank you.
Love it, brother, man. Thank you for participating. You know who it is, the one and only. Let's give her a shout out. Volunteer of the Year, Lori. What's up? Woo! Heck yeah, Lori. Finally, we connect, after 10,000 emails back and forth. And Lori, besides being a volunteer and a rock star on that, ASA Central, where do you have the time to post on here too?
Well, it's funny because kind of like Kim, I've been around the industry for a very long time, and I used to get really frustrated with ASA Central because years ago you'd post and it would be crickets, and you'd post a question and you're like, I thought this group was going to help me solve my problems. And I feel like it's the individuals on this call that make new members want to get more involved and really fosters this opportunity to know you truly do have a platform to ask these questions. And I know everyone has mentioned it, but we have an obligation. ASA has done so much to create not just the platforms and the committees and the groups to make our industry so much stronger and better, but it's the people that make it go. And we have a responsibility to that and to make sure we're responding to members' questions and the reach out. And honestly, I feel responsible to be a role model for people in our organization to get on and to leverage and to use these resources that are available to us. I don't think a lot of industries, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think a lot of industries have such collaboration. Sarah and I are in the same market. We collaborate all the time. And it's such a cool industry because we recognize that there's enough business for all of us. And if we work together and really continue to strengthen our industry, we'll be that much stronger collectively. So I think that's kind of my why for why I really use it and get involved.
You are so true, Lori. And you know what? I'm part of all these other associations and staffing and recruiting. There is nothing like ASA Central. We are like the only one seriously out there. All these other ones, I love them all, and they have like a little minor thing. But it's like almost like a MySpace, basically. But no, all joking aside, this is something that I tell every person should be on it. Even if you don't post, just watch and engage a little bit. You don't have to post, but you can also engage and ask questions. Or just reach out to us in a DM. We'll take your DMs too, right, guys?
Of course.
Whatever you got.
You got it. All right, Jay, you're up next, brother, man. So, give us the character, man. Why you do it, buddy?
All right. First of all, I'm digging that shirt, man. That college shirt does you right. I love that. Come on, that's your new uniform. All right. So I've been in ASA for a while, and I'm going to be honest. I got on ASA Central and I did not see much value. If I saw another post about Bullhorn or an ATS, I was going to go crazy. I second
that.
Yeah, I was like, come on, what are we doing here? But then I got a call from all of our friends, Miss Lori, and she called me out of the blue and said, I want you to be my vice chairman. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, come on in. And I got into it, and I became part of ASA Central. That was what I was tasked with. And I just took off, man. And here's the quick story that got me totally in. So when I have, I'm sure like all of you, when I have an idea, it's the best idea in the world. And I tell myself, yes, man, I sell myself. I'm in. I put up a question in ASA Central. And I put a little idea of what I'm thinking. And I got a side message from somebody, I'm not going to put them out there, who wrote me, and I loved it. And they said, "You're out of your mind. You're crazy. Don't do that. I want to share with you and tell you why." And I was hooked because finally I had a place to go and a venue and a community, as one of you said, to share something and not be told yes and just get some real valuable input. I was so proud of the industry because I kind of felt, I think, Laura, you said it, that we weren't sharing and there wasn't much going on. And now to be all in and be honest with each other, that's what ASA is for me, man. That's what it was about. It was just to share. And now I'm so hooked that I feel bad when I see someone put a thread out there and there's a zero. There's no replies. And I try to get to them and hey, if you want to talk, I don't know if I can help you. You know, I'm all in. I'm all in. It's just
I love it, Jay. Love it, brother. And you know what?
Best.
The new membership wants something too that I think we really have to spice it up. All of us, I'm gonna hold myself accountable too, that, you know, any new member that jumps on, we need to praise them and have maybe a one-on-one call with them. I mean, we're the top 25, so it's our responsibility. I'm going to call us out. Like, let's do it, guys, you know, in 26. Because I want to see all of you up here next year doing the same celebration, you know?
Totally. And thanks for putting this together, Richard. This is great.
Thank you.
Brother, anytime. All right. Look who's up next. Denise, what's going on, dear? So, you know, I love your posting on there, Denise, because you're so, like, you know, detailed about it. So what goes behind it? How long does it take you to be able to post? Or are you just pulling it from ChatGPT? I'm just joking. You know, I'm just joking.
Well, a little bit of both, quite honestly. Yeah.
There
a
you
little
go.
Bit of both, quite honestly. I think about things and then I might put it into ChatGPT to get a little bit more insight. But this call, members of ASA to help me with whatever that I'm trying to accomplish. Because let me just tell you, before I started working business for 28 years and didn't know anything about ASA Central. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I got a chance to go and be invited and be a part of ASA and go to Nashville and meet all these great people on the phone and many, many more, because I can tell you, I'm so happy. And I have never been a part of an organization.
Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
Little bit.
Little bit. Oh, well, thank you, Denise. I think we lost a little bit of your voice there. Can you say, give me a shout out real quick? I think you're on mute. There you go. Still on mute, Denise. Yeah, you're coming back. But hey, thank you so much, dear. You know, I was joking with you, by the way. I love your content there, you know, and every time I see it, I have to give you a thumbs up.
Oh,
all right,
you.
Steph. You're welcome, dear.
Yes.
Stephanie, I haven't seen you since I was president of ASA, the light industrial, for a while. You were so much big time into that. Hope you still are, because you always have the great questions. So why are you on this platform with us?
So 2026, I will be part of light industrial. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yes.
I have to be honest, when I first got into ASA and especially ASA Central, it was for selfish reasons. In our organization, we have to have, I think, 18 hours of continuous education per year, and ASA webinars qualify. So that's how I would get my training in each year. So it was a selfish reason at first, because I'd rather participate in group conversation or listen to industry experts than to watch a training video online. So it was a little selfish. I like to think that I'm not an owner, I'm not a founder, I'm not a CEO, CFO, VP, director. I'm a recruiter. So I like to think that I bring the desk level from the street, you know, the opposite side of corporate to the table. I like to be direct. I feel like I'm surrounded with greatness in this podcast, in this room, because everybody I've learned so much from. It's a way for you to grow yourself and learn, but also to share. And I'd like to think that when somebody asks me what my role is in staffing, I don't go off on a pitch about being a skilled trades recruiter. It's our job to make our communities a better place to live and work. That's literally what staffing is. And what better way to do it than to have a safe area where you can talk freely and ask questions and get help from experts. I've been in the industry 14 years and I love going to work every single day. And I try to help out where I can on ASA. I share personal things at certain times of the year, whether it's about
Yeah.
suicide or grief, because we're all human, right? We bring a human element to staffing. And I think if people view us as human and see that we're approachable and that we also have questions dabbled in with our answers, I don't know. I definitely get more out of ASA than I give. So I was very surprised at this top 25. Surprised and grateful. And I hope I'm here for many years.
I love that, Steph. And you know what? You're so true on that. Like ASA Central is so humanized. You know, it is. I mean, we can put fitness tips out there, something like that. You know, it doesn't have to be all about staffing. You know, we all have lives. I mean, we deal with people every day. So I love everything like that. I think we should have some more groups on fitness and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to join with me, let's do it. I think we should have some kind of energized thing on Monday mornings. People can look at that before they start their day and be boom, energized.
Are we required to wear a tank top to that on Monday morning?
Ooh.
Only if it says Staffing TV or Staffing Shark on it. I'm just joking. Thanks a lot, Steph. All right, the one and only David. What's up, brother? So I know you've been around forever, David. You're like a pioneer in the industry. What keeps you going and keeps you posting, man?
First of all, thank you so much, Richard, for putting this together. This is so fabulous. You know,
Anytime, man.
I see all of you guys, you know, comment so thoughtfully, you know, daily on ASA Central, and I'm so glad to see you guys for the first time. It's really just wonderful. It's really glorious for me. So I've been in staffing a long time, about 35, 36 years. And I so wish there was an ASA Central when I got into it. I would have saved a lot of money by having a resource like ASA Central. And, you know, even having been in the business for a few years, I tune into it every day because I love the questions, like Kimberly's question this morning or yesterday about, you know, different ways of approaching a very competitive market. I learned so much. I continue to learn so much from all the input that comes across the ASA Central platform, that even after all these years, you know, I just always enjoy learning, I guess. The other thing is, in a work comp business, I deal with a lot of newbies, a lot of folks who have good staffing backgrounds, but they're new owners. They're entrepreneurs. And a lot of them, you know, ask questions not necessarily about work comp, but they ask about CRMs, and they ask about payroll funding, and they, you know, a lot of different startup staffing type questions. And it's, you know, I love to be able, number one, to say, you joined ASA, it's a great organization. And, you know, I thoroughly endorsed it and recommend it. And then hopefully, you know, they start checking out ASA Central. I tell you, like I said before, if I would have had ASA Central back in 89 and 90 when I started, I can't tell you, I'm embarrassed how much money I would have saved. Being able, you don't want to know. If over a drink, maybe a couple drinks, a lot of drinks, I'll tell you what the number is. Having said all that, and I thank Richard for putting this together, and hopefully, you know, you'll invite me to future get.
Brother, you got the personal invite. All you guys got the VIP invite anytime, no matter what. Even if you don't win next year or honor, just come on anyway. Well, hey, David, I'm going to kick you off real quick here so I can bring Kim on because she's been waiting very patiently so we can jump on her, and I'll bring you back on, buddy, okay?
Oh, good. Thank you.
All right. And I gotta laugh about this, but when somebody like leaves the thing, it says kick them off. I'm like, wow, that's very like, you know, it's like just kick them.
Wow.
Kim, Kim, thank you for waiting. Woo-woo.
Hi.
So Kim, you do a lot. I mean, you know, I see all the awards you get from other organizations and stuff like that. So how do you have time to stay with us too?
That's a good question. Good calendar blocking for sure. So I was the vice chair of the professional managerial section this last year. So my job was actually to contribute to ASA, and I'm happy to serve as the chair of it this year. But one of the things that I learned from being on ASA Central is my career path was not traditional. And so those that know me, I came as a circus performer into corporate. So I have no background in staffing at all. So one of my philosophies, I know, one of my philosophies is actually a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, like from Gandhi. It says, live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever. And my entire growth from the beginning of my career to now as VP of an organization has been from the knowledge of my peers, completely self-taught. And so ASA Central, when my boss, Delibra Wesley, put me into this group, she's like, there's lots of knowledge in there, go for it. And when I saw I had a whole library and years to know about, I mean, there's a degree's worth, thousands of dollars worth of knowledge in there that comes with your membership. And I just like dive into every little bit because I learn from you guys on how to be a better boss, how to be a better market strategist, how to be a better mental health wellness. And so a lot of my post this year has been more like self-learning of like what I've learned. I ran my first ultra marathon this year and compared it to staffing and resilience. Mental
Shout
health,
out for that.
it's just like, it's like little things that you learn because of other people and shouting them out. So I'm really big on supporting those that really have helped each other grow, because I would not have grown without a lot of people in this room. And being as an awkward, non-traditional, colored hair, tattooed individual, everyone in this room has made me so welcome at Staffing World, and it's helped me get out of my, I'm like the most extroverted introvert ever. So I love that people recognize my orange hair or my posts. It's like, hey, I recognize you at Staffing World, and have made me feel like I have a community and that I'm accepted for who I am.
I love it, Kim. And next year, by the way, at Staffing World this year, are you gonna dye blue like the staffing shark? Can we make a little ocean blue?
I should. You can't. My tips are blue right now, so.
Oh,
there you go.
Richard, why is it always about you, man? Come on.
Oh, you know what? I knew that. Hey, Kim, thank you so much, because I tell you, a lot of your stuff I see, you're an up and coming rising star, and I love your posts. So keep continuing that. You know, I love it. Seriously. Okay, guys, we're gonna get to some fun parts here, some stories. But before we jump into that, you know, I always have to bring out some energy and stuff like that. So you guys deserve this. So enjoy a little bit of firework action here.
Awesome.
Woo! Is that what it's all about? Did you see that?
That's a lot of fireworks.
And that display cost me $2 million, guys. Come on, man. You know, I'll be having a GoFundMe page after that for y'all. No, I'm just joking. but I got okay. So anybody can chime in now, because I think it's one of the times where we can just have some fun for the next 5-10 minutes. Here is some of these posts, and I'll start off with, did you ever post it and then you go right back and edit it and put some different things into it, and you're like, is that the right thing I want to put out there for people to receive it? Yeah. Any takes on that?
For sure. I've gone so far as to go and change the title, but you can't. So I've reached out to Lima, and she's helped me change the title on things I can't change. And I'm always like, this is so OCD of me, but I'm gonna like reach out and just see if someone there answers, and they do, and then they change it, and then I feel like I can rest. So yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I'll go in and change things up.
I maybe could use a little bit more of Mandy in my life, because I don't give it a second thought. I post and I'm like, I forgot I posted. I'm into my next thing. And then I get a notification. Somebody responded and I'm like, oh yeah, I did post that. And look how cool this is. So I really don't give it a second thought.
No, you know what's wild about it is in the morning when you wake up, you see how many people responded to your whatever you posted the night before, you know, because I think it goes out at midnight or whatever like that's the final cutoff. But it is exciting though to put like bold prints. If you know my stuff, you guys will laugh at it. I always put a picture. There's always something because sometimes people don't like to read, so I'm making it like Dr. Seuss, where they can just look at the picture and try to learn from it.
Oh, we did find out that putting pictures with your posts helps attract more engagement for sure. Hands down, any image, even if it's, whatever you want to do, but it does help attract more attention and engagement. So I suggest that everybody use that formula and tag people that you want to hear from, just to get the chatter going. I mean, sometimes it is crickets because we're all busy. Like, we're not in there all the time. I know, Lori, you go in on the weekends sometimes and catch up after the week. Like, I don't always, I'll save the newsletter that comes out because I know it's a topic I want to address later, but I don't have time. And so, whenever you can go in, that's the thing. You can go in anytime and people are there listening. And I think that's what's so great is it's not just an empty vacuum space. There's activity.
You're 100%
Richard,
right.
I got to give ASA credit too, man. They last year it was, the visual user interface, whatever you want to call it, was okay. It was good. They upgraded big time. I think, right? ASA Central is a lot easier and friendly.
Cleaner looking.
Work. Cleaner
the cross-posting.
They did a great job.
The cross-posting. Amazing.
Cross-posting, great. Yeah. Great. So you get more people involved. That's the best. Yeah.
I think our jobs are hard enough. Everybody who's in staffing or has ever done anything with staffing knows that it's difficult. It's incredibly difficult. It's stressful. It's fast. It's ever changing. So it's nice to have this platform with ASA Central where it's easy and it's welcoming and it's friendly and it's safe, and you can ask for help. You can give help. You can share a funny story. It doesn't even matter. It's a nice part of your day or your career that's not hard, right?
You got it right, Steph. You know what? It's part of your mental health too. I don't know about you, but when you post something and somebody responds back, it's like they show interest. I mean, what's the high? I get like a heartbeat. I'm like, ooh, another cup of coffee. It's like, then I can respond back. It's like, and then if nobody responds to it, you're like crickets. Are like, that was a dead post. But no, all joking aside, I think something this year that maybe we all can improve on is like, when somebody posts something, let's get the ball rolling and start engaging, because whoever that first person is to respond, it's like follow the leader. Then they're going to respond too.
Yeah. Also, if you have somebody that you think can respond, more intelligently or give a better insight into something, tag them and say, hey, check this out, because I don't always, every post doesn't relate to what I can share or where I feel really aligned, but maybe I know someone that would be great for it. I mean, that's another thing. How many referrals come out of just asking your question out there, and then you get referrals for all types of resources?
I love that. I think one thing that we might want to change a little bit on there, or not just add, is there should be a posting where you can like add just anything in the staffing industry. If anybody's hiring, I think there should be something out there where they can have like a little bit of a job board on ASA Central for anybody that lost their job. It's one of our friends, So, I mean, that could be something.
I get a post like that monthly. It was great. I was like, who's hiring and who's looking, and it's like trying to connect people.
Let's help them out. If they're upset with their job or something like that, if we can help them out any way, that'd be great.
Yeah. I have a question. Maybe you guys can educate me on this one. So there's the blog section on ASA Central, and I wonder if there maybe a couple times I've put a couple of blogs out there, but it doesn't seem like anyone really uses it or reads it, or it looks like it's usually just kind of a ghost town on the blog area. Any insights on that?
Kim, I can comment on that, because that's honestly, for me, that's really all I do is mostly on the blog side, just because it's, remember, as I mentioned earlier, why I do it's more kind of knowledge sharing. It's not really kind of starting a question or looking for an answer for anything. It's more just, hey, this is what, this is something new in the staffing. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've gotten one like or one comment. I continue to do it because a way to share information. But Kim, I agree with you 100%. I do the blogs, but it's really just kind of
they don't get the activity
more for sure.
They don't get the activity. That's like my most proudest post that I spent a week stressing over were blogs that no one responded to.
One thing I think we should add to it is like video. I know you can put like a YouTube link, but I think there's some times that I put content out there and I would love to just have a video link where I can click that video link and it doesn't have to be attached to some kind of social media platform.
maybe we should mention to whoever at ASA to not have the blogs be separate. Why can't it just be ASA? Why can't the blog just go in most recent posts of whatever is posted? It doesn't have to be a question or an answer or advice. Why can't the blog just be treated as material, right?
Agreed. That's a great idea. Instead of separating it, right?
The nice thing about them being separate is you can search by topic and it quickly comes up. I think that the notifications don't come out for the blogs, Kim, which is why you get less engagement. And I think if we can get the notifications to come out like they come out when somebody posts on Central, we would get more engagement. But I don't get a notification on blogs.
That's true. Agreed.
I love it. I mean, this is amazing here. I mean, seriously, even though we have a couple gripes, I'm celebrating with all my peeps here. I got to tell you, let's give a shout out to everybody that could not make it on this. You know what I mean? Without them, they're part of our family too. The rest of them, had to work. Everybody's reached out to me and said they couldn't make it or nothing like that. So I feel bad. I'm like, next year we definitely will have it at 5 o'clock, so, and then I'm going to give there it is right there, David Letterman style, right? I got every button here. But before we wrap things up here, if you could tell anybody out there, let's give some shout outs there. Why should people jump on ASA Central in 26? We all talked about that, but let's call people out and say, you need to get on this because this is just not for you to post. This is to enhance your career. For job opportunity, networking. We say LinkedIn is the best platform. ASA Central is right beside it in our industry.
I think the one thing that's so great is that which is an initiative I know that the Direct Hire Council is going to be focused on is making sure that we're representing all the voices within staffing. I think sometimes people think of ASA itself or ASA Central as only a place for experts or leaders to be sharing and to be driving content. It's totally not that. ASA is the community for the newest members of the industry who are fresh out of school, who have great insights into technology that maybe some of us dinosaurs don't have. And there's room for everybody's voice, whether you're leading a company, whether you're recruiting, whether you're driving business development, whether you're back office, front office. It takes all of those functions to be a successfully operating staffing firm. So, we want to hear from all the different voices. One of the best things I did this year, I'll pat myself on the back, but I did a mentor match and ASA did such a great job to pair me with someone that really wanted someone within family owned and operated staffing firm, somebody that was doing more forward facing client engagement because this person is doing back office. So they wanted that dynamic of learning some aspects of how to get more involved, even though they're not, a recruiter or a business developer or out there driving new sales. And we had 6 months of wonderful engagement. And I think we both repositioned ourselves to be really set up for 2026. We talked about our yearly goals, our 3-year goal and 5-year goal. This is a great way. And one things that this mentee wanted out of this experience was the avenue to be more involved with ASA. And I'm like, the first avenue you want to do is ASA Central. Get on there, read the content, share your ideas, share content that you think is relevant for what you do. And it's amazing because even people that have been in the industry a while are still not maybe as active on ASA Central or within ASA. And all the members, there's so many ways to volunteer and get active. This is just one avenue. There's so many. So all I can say is this has been a great day to celebrate everything we did in 2025. And man, we are going to be set up for so much success in 26 because I think we're just keep collaborating more closely like we're doing right now. It's great.
You got it. And you know what? I'm going to challenge all of us. Let's all team up and do some combo posts together. Yeah. Mandy, Janie, I reach out to the Shark. I think we should team up and do a post once a week of some of us, together. Put a little bit of vibe of whatever we have, I think that would be great. And let's spice it up a little bit more. I mean, it's great now, can only get better.
Exactly.
I don't know why anybody wouldn't join. Like, I can't even think of a reason why you wouldn't join
Exactly.
ASA Central. It's free knowledge. Knowledge is power. I mean, nobody wants to be stagnant. Everybody wants to grow and change and develop in whatever direction you're going. I am published. Granted, I didn't write the article by myself, but I'm in a freaking magazine because of ASA, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's exhilarating. It's enjoyable, and it's no pressure. I don't feel less than because I don't have a college degree or because I'm not running a business and I'm just a recruiter. I feel more than. I feel uplifted, and I don't know why you wouldn't join ASA Central. I just don't know why you wouldn't.
I think
Debbie, it doesn't matter what level you're on. You're still that first push, right? That first enter. Am I gonna post this? And you hit it and you just do it. And I think once you do it, you'll see, right?
It's
you
like jumping in
like,
head first.
Richard, you said it. You just feel something, and then when you get a response, you're like, okay, this is great. This is good. Deep breath, and it's a safe place.
It is. I love it, guys. I thank you so much. And I'm going to tell you real quick before we leave. If you're not a member of ASA, join us. You know, if you're sitting at home, call us. We'll tell you the reason why. There's so much membership stuff that you can get out of it. And also ASA Central. I mean, it's the heartbeat. You know, are you guys ready to do a little chant here? Okay. Before we go, we got to hype this up. Can we say ASA Central a couple times? You guys ready?
Let's go.
Go.
ASA Central. ASA Central. ASA Central. So on key. I tell you what, we are going to the next level with that. Academy Awards, sign us up. Whatever. Holy cow. But I can tell you what, I got to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. Before we go, one more big shout out right here. You guys get a chance, please share all this. I mean, everybody on here.
Thanks, Richard. You're awesome.
We love you all. ASA Central. We can't wait to see y'all on 26. Thank you, guys. ASA Central. See you next year.
ASA Central.
There you go.
Hi, guys.